So we will begin. All right. All right, so we've been doing this series on breath, right? And so last week we started with Nadi Shodan, the alternate nostril breath. And so we shared with, you can, the classic Nadi Shodan is breathe in through one side, breathe out through the other, breathe in through one side and out the other. There's different ways to do it. You can have your hand on your face. You can also breathe in and close one fist and breathe out, breathe in and just reviewing and breathe out. And today we're going to do another form of that alternate nostril breathing, but we're not going to alternate our nostrils. So there was this big super, it was probably cloudy last night, but there was you can still see it in the next couple nights. It's called the blue moon. It's a super moon. And what a super moon means is that the moon is closest to the earth. So it looks really big. Yeah, and beautiful. And we're, as much as we maybe don't think we're attached to what's the nature and what's going on around us, we're attached to planets. And we're attached to the energy of what's happening around us universally. So this big super moon, full moons typically bring a lot of energy, and so if you're not grounded, it can be too much and you can feel distracted, you can feel emotional. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to practice single nostril breathing. And what that is, so the right side of our brain, is dictated by the left nostril, and the left side of our brain is right. So it crosses, right? And this breath was, founded 5,000, 7,000 years ago, when we didn't have the science that we have now. So, the current science figured out that our brain crosses the body, right? So what is happening on the left brain is on the right side and vice versa. The ancient rishis didn't need that kind of science. They knew that by observation, right? And so we're going to simply be breathing in and out of the left nostril. Because what we want to do is we want to open up the right brain. And the right brain, our right side of the brain, is our parasympathetic nervous system. It's the rest and digest side of our body. So not only do we want to open that up because there's so much energy going around that we want to balance that out. So we want to make sure that that right side of the brain is open. So you may notice when there's a lot of energy that your left nostril is a little bit stuffy. So we're going to open that up. It's also kind of fun. Well, we'll do a few rounds of that breathing, and then I'll share a little tidbit with you when you sit down and eat. Okay. So arrive in our chairs. We want to have a gentle, tall spine. Yeah. And then we want to have I'm gonna not be mirroring you now. We're gonna have your left hand up on your lap, and just touch your thumb and your pointer finger, and just in chin mudra. Yeah. And that mudra, that directs energy to this space, right? With our breath. And then you're going to take your right thumb, and your fingers are up, and you're just going to touch the right side of your nose. Yeah. And that's how we're going to breathe. So you're going to close your eyes. Good. And let's take a nice big breath in. Pause the breath at the top and breathe out. See if you can extend the exhale breath. And just do a slight little pause at the bottom. So breathing in. And maybe a little, notice if it's wide open or if it's a little struggle to breathe in, and pause at the top and breathe out. So just continue at your own pace. Let's do about 8 more breaths. Breathing in slowly through that left nostril. And relax the breath, no struggle here. Pause it at the top. Extend the exhale when you breathe out. And pause at the bottom. So this is opening up that left nostril to wake up that right brain sphere, right? That rest, that calm, that creative part of our body, our brain. Yeah, sending a signal to relax the body. And notice that as you keep breathing slowly, notice the left nostril opening up maybe a little bit more. See if you can go slower. And just the next time that you breathe out the left nostril, the bottom of the breath, relax the breath and allow your right hand to float back down onto your lap. Release the left mudra. And now just relax the body. Notice if there's any difference in your breath, your natural breath. Notice if you feel any different, maybe a little more clear and relaxed. Maybe not. It's a practice. And when you're feeling ready and complete, you can just gently blink your eyes open. Yeah. So it's a practice. The more we practice that alternate nostril breath, the more you'll see that both nostrils, when both nostrils are open, we're connected to the element of space. Yeah. And so they call that right side brain also rest and digest, right? So when you're sitting down to eat this week, you can like experiment or practice just holding that right nostril and seeing if the left is stuffy. And if it's kind of stuffy, do a few rounds of what we just did to try to open up that right side brain, right? And then eat. Because what that does, our body digests optimally when we're relaxed. If we're on the go and we're eating and we're stressed and we're not paying attention, the food just kind of sits there for a while. It's like the body sort of closes down. Whenever we're in a sympathetic nervous system is on, our internal organs don't work very well, right? They're like, wait, we need all the energy out here, not here, right? So it's something to be fun to practice with. Yeah. And I think on Friday, for those of you that were Friday, we did that little trick where I'll just give you one more because I just love talking about this. If you find your left nostril is really challenging you, right? Just keep practicing this, this breathing. But there's another trick to open up that left nostril is you take your fist from your left hand, right? Your left, I'm trying to mirror you. So if your left nostril is plugged, which means right brain is stuck, you take your left hand and you put it underneath the opposite, your right armpit. So if the left nostril is plugged, you put your same hand of the plugged under the opposite armpit, squeeze it down and take 10 breaths here. And that'll open up the opposite nostril. Did you get that? If not, come on after class and I'll explain it to you again. But that's also another way. And the first time I did that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so cool. Because our body listens to us. Okay, let's start to stretch a little bit. Good. So sitting again nice and tall in your chair, hands can be down on your lap. Let's take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Relax your chin down. Notice your shoulders. See, slide your hands up your thighs a little bit and just very gently stretch your shoulders back. And feel the chest open, right? The lungs open. Yeah. And then press into your feet. Inhale, lift the head back forward. And then like jutting your chin out slightly, lift the chin forward and up slightly. That keeps the length in the back of the neck. So we're not crunching our heavy head back. And then exhale, chin to chest again. Good. Let's do some rolls with our head. On an inhale breath, roll your head over to one side and up. And exhale over to the other side and down. Close your eyes here if you'd like. I love closing my eyes here. And just slowly do some neck rotations. Notice how your neck feels today. I used to do this and I would chronically have one part of my neck that was always like sore. And so I changed my pillow. And now I'm noticing that my neck is like a little bit more open. Just doing little experiments. When you have stress in your life that causes your neck to be tight, ever had any injuries, surgery, next time the head comes forward, pause. Many things can cause us to tighten up. And so many times we're not even aware that we're tense and tight. Our muscles are tight. And when we can loosen up our body and relax it, and then that's the mind follows. Next time you come forward, pause. Press down into your feet. So feel your toes. Press down into your feet to lift your head back up. Okay, so vagus nerve. We're going to open up the vagus nerve. We haven't stretched that in a little bit. The vagus nerve is the biggest nerve in our body. And as we were talking about digestion earlier, it is the nerve that's responsible for all your automatic or autonomic nerve organ function. So liver, we don't feel our liver is cleansing, but it is. We don't feel our stomach and our intestines digesting, but it is, right? We even, unless we, really think about it, we don't notice our heart beating. Most of the time, we don't notice our breath. All those things happen automatically, right? This vagus nerve that comes again from the brain stem down the sides of our neck and all through our internal organs, biggest nerve in our body. So we want to get that open and moving to help all of that stuff. Yeah, so pretty easy. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, just relax your right ear to your right shoulder. And good. And then relax, notice your opposite shoulder, your left shoulder. See if you can relax it down. Okay. And then take your eyes and look up to the upper left corner of the room. So your head's dropped to the right, you're looking up to the upper left corner of the room. And you're breathing nice and easy. Yeah. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, you can take your right hand out to the side and just land it on top of your head. Yeah, wherever it's comfortable. Not pulling your head down, but just the weight of your hand is just opening up that left side of the neck. Feel that opening. And good. And breathe. Now, if you want to guide this open just a little bit more, take your left hand to your right rib cage. Yeah, with your fingers pressing gently into the right side of your body. And then just gently drag it over to the left. Yeah. Like making your spine just this tiny little crescent moon. Yeah. And breathe. So you're still looking up to the upper left. Feeling that opening in that left side of the neck. Gliding that rib cage and spine just over to the left, gently, and breathe. So if we did this long enough, you would probably get to the point where you're going to feel like sighing or yawning. That's good. But in the interest of time, let's come out of it slowly. So you can release your rib cage, your right rib cage, bring your hand back to the lap. And now, since we've been here for a while, we're going to you can relax your gaze forward. You're going to take that right hand to the right side of your head. And on an inhale breath, slowly help that head come back up. Yeah, that's a big opening here. And roll out the shoulders. Good. All these tiny little movements have such a profound effect on your body. All right, so let's even ourselves out. Let's do the other side. Take a breath in and now slowly drop your left ear to your left shoulder. That should feel good, right? Relaxing that left side, opening up the right side now. And so options are to stay right here. Next option is to look to the upper right corner of the room with just your eyeballs. Yeah. And the option is to stay right here and breathe. If you want to add that left arm on top of your head, just gently. That's an option. Keep the eyes looking to the upper right. Yeah. And now if you want to take that right hand to the left side body, rib cage, and on an exhale breath, just glide, slide. It's just like a half an inch or a quarter of an inch. Slide the rib cage over to the right. And breathe. About 4 slow breaths here. Enjoying the stretch. Bring a little smile to your face. Bring a little smile to all the cells in your body. That right side of your neck. Good. And then when you feel ready, come out of it. Just relax that right hand back onto the lap. Good. Relax your gaze. Slide your left hand now to the left side of your head. And on an inhale breath, just guide that head, that 8 to 10 pound head of ours up. Good. And let's relax our arms down alongside our body. Good. And let's just roll the shoulders, do little circles, like the rowing team in the Olympics. Man, I just kept looking at the muscles of those people, guys and women that were doing that, and then roll forward. That's commitment. Yeah. And then relax the arms down, just let them hang. Press down into your feet like you want to stand. And lift your shoulders up to your earlobes. Put a smile on your face. Stretch your spine. And exhale. Relax. Release it out. Good. All right, roll it out. Let's bring our hands to the side of our neck now and just massage your neck. From the back of your ears, down the side of your neck, maybe to the back of your neck, top of the shoulders, and just massage. That also helps us to open up that vagus nerve. When you do this, you might feel some tingling going all the way down into your body. Yeah, that's sending a signal to say, okay, body, do your thing. Yeah, and relax. All right, keeping the hands on the shoulders, bringing your elbows, actually, let's bring our elbows forward. Good. Nice tall spine. Inhale, reach your elbows up towards the sky, and then fan them open and drop them down and forward. So we're making circles in the air with our elbows. Just getting some rotation in our shoulders. Only do this to the point where it's feeling comfortable and it actually feels good. There should be zero pain. So you might be doing teeny tiny little circles like this. Yeah. Or bigger little medium circles or big ones if your shoulders allow. Take your body to where you'll know it, right? When it's like too much. At some point, pause and then just reverse and go the opposite direction. Anytime we move our joints in a safe way like this, it gets that fluid that's called synovial fluid. That's just bathing around in that joint. Helps us to keep our joints healthy and moving. Yeah, good. And the next time the elbows come forward, just let the elbows fall down, release your hands. Shake out your hands, flop your hands around, shake your head, shake your body. Just shake off any tension that you might have built up there. Yeah, good. Blink your eyes, just let loose. Yes. that when we let loose like this, it just lets the worries go out of our body, right? All we do is what we can do. And maybe that's just calling a friend or sending a note or whatever. And that's it. And the things that we don't have control of, which is almost everything, 97% of the things we don't have control of. So we need to just let that go and not carry it. We don't want to carry it. All right, let's scoot forward just a little bit. Hands on our thighs. Let's massage our spine a little bit. On an inhale breath, lift the chest, look up. And as we exhale, slide your hands forward and drop your head. And stretch your back just to where it feels good. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift the heart, reach the elbows back. And exhale, round forward. Good. And one more. Inhale up. And exhale back. All these things we did just up to this point, so easy for you to do on your own, right? I always encourage you, have a notepad, and if there's something that really resonates with you, jot it down, and you can always email me and say, how do we do that again? Because it's really nice to do some of this every day if you can. We're gonna widen our legs here, good, and just doing this, like if you're sitting in a chair and just sit with your legs wide, that keeps the hips to open and not seize up, right? Yeah, so take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, and exhale, press your belly forward, keep your spine straight, lean forward. Are you feeling that right here in the groin and in the inner thighs? So good for you, yes. And then, but nothing painful. If this is bothering your back, stuff your tummy up a little bit. Yeah. And then let's press into the feet, roll over to one side and back, and over to the other side. So head's not in this, head stays right above the shoulders. The only thing that you're moving at your hips, right? Spine's not moving, you're rotating at your hips, your waist and your hips. Yeah. And do small circles or bigger circles. You can start small and go big. Next time you come forward, pause and reverse. Opposite direction. It's really tempting to get your head in this, but we already did that with our head. So this we want to do to open up the hips. Yeah. Good. And the next time you come forward, pause, press down into your feet and your palms and let the body float back up. Good. All right, we're gonna bring our left leg forward here. And if you have space, you're gonna take the right leg out to the side a little bit. Yeah, good. And then we're going to cross the right hand over to the left thigh, release the left arm down. Nice tall spine. On an inhale breath, turn your palm out and reach the arm up. So as the arm is lifting, bring your awareness to your shoulder. Is it tightening up? See if you can relax it. And that'll allow your arm to come up a little higher. If this is bothersome, you can always be in cactus pose when we're lifting our arms. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in, stretch up tall. And on the exhale, hold on to that left thigh and reach up and lean forward. Keep your head next to your arm. Arm as straight as can be, as possible. Yeah, good. And you can even turn your head and look underneath your left arm. That keeps that shoulder back and the arm in line with the head. And breathe. Again, just taking this to the place where you can breathe deeply. Good. And then pressing into your feet, inhale, slowly come back up, bring that gaze back forward. Exhale, release that left arm down. We're gonna just come into a little baby twist here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, again, feeling it at your waist, turn at your waist to the left. Good. Now that right hand can stay on the outside of the left thigh. The left hand, if you have space behind your left hip, press down into the seat of your chair with that left palm and feel the support that you get with your spine with that hand. It's like almost that arm is like a second spine. And take a breath in, and as you exhale, look over your left shoulder and breathe. Good. And then very gently bring your attention to that right leg. See if that right knee is caved in, and see if you can bring that knee back in line with that right heel. We're just little twisted pretzels here, and breathe. 2, 1. As you exhale, relax everything. First, slowly turn your head back forward. Good. Then release your right arm, bring your hands back to your thighs. Good. And then take this foot and heel toe it back to next to the other one, making sure that your toes are even, always heels on the floor. If your heels are lifted, see if you can find a chair that's a little lower so that your heels can always be flat. Yeah, good. Let's lift our heels, drop, lift your toes up, lift your heels, so rocking on the bottom of our foot. Lift toes, lift heels, lift toes, and relax. We're going to take this now left leg and step it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here, starting with our side bend. Yeah. So squaring the shoulders forward. So if you stepped out and you square the shoulders forward and your leg is caving in, just try to bring that leg in a little bit more, right? We want the knee, always above the heel and not in, right? If possible. Good. Let's take this left hand to the right thigh, right arm down, turn the right palm out. Nice, gentle, tall spine. On an inhale breath, press into your feet to lift your arm. That lightens the load up top. Remember to relax that shoulder as your arm is reaching up. Remember, you can be in cactus pose too. Take a breath in, stretch up, get nice and long on that right side. Good. And on an exhale breath, reach up and lean over. You're pressing into your feet. When you use your lower body, it takes the pressure off the back. Yeah. If it's available, you can turn and look underneath that right arm to wherever it's comfortable and breathe. Opening up that whole right side. Yeah. It's your liver, your spleen, of course, a lung. Getting into that fascia tissue between your rib cage. Good. And then on an inhale breath, slowly bring the body back up with pressing into your feet though, yes. Bring the gaze back forward. Exhale, release that right arm down. Good, yeah. All right, then into our twist. So take a big breath in, and again, forget about your shoulders and your chest. Try to feel the twist coming at your waist. You can even press down in this left foot to turn to the right. Yeah, keep that left knee reaching back. And now that right hand, the palm can press down into the back of seat of your chair. And then you'll just feel how nice that supports your spine, gives your spine some vertebrae, some space. And then turn and look over that right shoulder and breathe. And you're just very gently, energetically reaching that left thigh back so the knee doesn't cave in. A couple more breaths here. You've got it. Good, and on an inhale breath, slowly bring the head back forward. Relax the body, release the hands off the back of your chair. Bring both hands onto your thighs and toe, heel, your feet back to hip distance apart. Even feet, nice tall spine. Let's just rock on the bottom of your feet. Heel, toe. Yeah, we're gonna need that a little bit when we stand. And now we can move to standing if you'd like. If today you're not feeling like standing, then just stay in your chair. Follow along with whatever we are doing with hands and feet. Get creative, right? If you want to stay in your chair. Reach your heels back. Let's make our stand an asana practice. So sliding your heels back helps. Leaning forward with the body before you stand helps, right? And then feeling that as if there's a string on your chest, remember? And then as you stand, as if somebody's pulling the string forward and up to help you stand up. So press down into your feet, And slowly make your way to a nice stand. Yeah, or stand however is comfortable for you. But practicing our stand is important. You can slide your chair forward, off to the side. Yeah, you can keep it in front of you. So let's just shake. Yeah, let's just start moving. We've been sitting there for a little while. So just move your body however you want to move it. If you want to hum a tune, remember we talked about humming and how that releases these endorphins in your body. It's why people hum. It relaxes you. Yeah, same thing. It turns on that right brain. So hum, sing. Yeah, do whatever it is with your body that helps you to just, yeah, get nice and loose. Okay, let's find our mountain pose. Right, so again, shoulders. So two things to remember here: lift your kneecaps. When you energetically lift your kneecaps, feel these muscles engage. Yeah. Is this all when the thighs and the glutes behind us, when they're strong, then that helps us to walk better and a lot less propensity to trip, because we lift naturally we lift our feet as we're walking more instead of shuffling, right? Because we're weak, and that just helps preventing us to trip. Yeah, and so mountain pose. So lift those kneecaps. And then shoulders are just relaxed back and down. Palms are forward. That helps keep our shoulders back. Yes. So those two things, if you can remember when you're standing and you're walking, to just have the shoulders back slightly and engage the kneecaps, or just engage these glutes. Yeah. Tummy can tuck in a little bit. Yeah. And if you have a propensity to jut your head forward, trying to slide your chin back just slightly to have that again, the head is heavy. And if it's forward, it's taking us off balance, right? We want it right above our shoulders. Lots to do just in a stand pose, right? But it's also important, and it's easy, right? We can all do this. Yeah, good. All right, let's widen our feet slightly. Let's soften our knees. Let's get rid of some of the tension in the body. So here comes our side to side. Inhale to one side and exhale to the other. Big breath in and it out. Now if you're in your space and you're alone and there's nobody around you to make you feel like embarrassed, really blow it out, really sound it out. Let the tension and all the stuff that tricks our mind plays on us, let's let it go. Two more. And come back to center. Good. And come back to mountain pose. Nice. Good. And let's just start to walk, just start to march. Yeah. So again, back shoulders back, right? Tummy's tucked in, spine is straight. Yeah, good. And you can just do this. If you want to lift knees up a little bit, yeah, just get that going. This all is strengthening for our muscles in our low body. And those are the ones that are important to keep us from falling, just having the strength in our legs. Yeah. Some of us might want to lift up a little higher. Higher your legs go, higher your arms. Yeah. Let's see how that feels. Notice if that's feeling uncomfortable for you. If it is, go back to just even lifting your heels and walking like that. Yeah, good. And relax and shake it out. Good. All right. Good. On an inhale, let's let our heart rate come back to center. Now we can feel the heart rate working, right? The heart beating. But when we don't have our heart rate up, again, the heart's, of course, one of the first things as we were growing microscopically, the little heart was there, starting to beat, and still is to this day. Yes. All right, lucky. Today's the best day of our life. Yes. All right, softening the knees. Now we're going to do a little back stroke here. So nice and easy again. On an inhale breath, reach your arm forward and up. And as you exhale, soften the knees, reach your arm back. So we're just going to do these big circles like a clock. Coming forward, inhale up, and gently reaching back as you soften your knees back. And then straighten your knees as your arm goes forward and up, and exhale back. Good. And forward. Let's do the other side. So following your breath, inhale up, exhale, reach back. Yeah. Forward and up, big breath in, exhale, reach back. And one more, inhale forward and up, exhale, reach back. Good. And come back forward. Good. And roll it out. Good. All right, we're going to come to a little series here for our stability today. You're going to need your chair just to hold on to. You're going to step to the right side of your chair here. Yes, or whatever side. We're just going to start with the outside leg. So a little balance, a little static balance. And the static balance helps us to keep our balance, right? So when we stand up in the middle of the night, we're going to get that memory. We were just talking earlier in class about how we came to this day, August, whatever it is next, and the only thing, and with all of the things that we learned from the day we were born, right? And so our brain keeps memory, right? So the memory that we want our brain to keep is, I felt this before, I know how to react, right? So that's static balance. All right, so kind of training the brain. So we're going to start with holding onto our chair. And then we're going to lift the heels and balance on the balls of your feet. That feels okay. Yeah. And just notice the wobble. So when we're wobbling, here, and then release, that's engaging the deep core muscles. The brain saying, hey, keep this body up. And the big muscles, the deep core muscles are like, okay, I'm holding them up. Yeah, so training with that is going to keep that memory and the quickness of the message. It'll be quicker. All right, so we're gonna do that same thing here. Yeah, and then we're gonna lift the heels and see if you can maybe let go of the chair. Having a straight spine, staring at a spot, and again, a little wobble is good. That's good practice for us. You're gonna always drop that hand onto the chair. I don't want you to fall. That would be not good in fall prevention class. Yeah, and then grab the chair, release the heels. Good. And now bringing our hands to our hips, if that felt okay, right? You can always start here and then transition. So just play around with this to find your level. Yes, your level of balance. And then lifting the heels. If you're feeling okay, maybe both hands on your hips. Yeah, you got it, you got it. Working those feet to stay up and release. Good. And relax. Good. And now lastly, we're going to bring hands onto our shoulders. Nice tall spine, stare at a spot in front of you, and just easily lift your heels. And notice, for me, this almost feels like a better balance than at my waist. Yeah, but just give it a try. You can always drop your heels. You can always hold on to the chair and release. Good. All right, little movements, those little movements, but they get deep. Yeah. Now we're going to do the opposite. So we talk a lot about in fall prevention that the rocking your weight back is the biggest balance disruptor that we can do, because our body's just like, whoa, what are you doing, right? So it's good to practice. Yeah. So we're going to lift so first soften the knees, and then send your hips back a little bit, and then lift your toes. Yeah. And again, we want the spine straight, head up. If the head's forward, that causes the balance to go forward, right? So head up. Good. See how that feels. And then release your toes. Good. And now see if that felt okay. See if you can have hands on your hips. Again, soften the knees, send the hips back, and just try to lift your toes up. Keep your heart lifted. Yeah, gaze up. Good. And practice and feel that little wobble, especially in your legs. Yeah, all those muscles firing to keep you upright. And release. Good. And let's just take a break here. And now third option is to again soften the knees, send the hips back. You want to draw your arms forward and lift your toes or even bend your elbows. Yeah. And breathe. And keep the toes lifted just even a little bit. Yeah. Good. 2 for 1 and release. Good. Back, back. Grab the chair, press into your feet, straighten, and wiggle it out. Nice. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit more into our static balance here. So holding onto your chair here. Yeah, nice tall spine. If it's available to you, we're going to lift that outside knee up. If this feels like too much, so remember in this leg, engage the kneecap. That fires up these big muscles in your leg. So engage the kneecap and lift. Keep a nice tall spine. Yeah. And if that's available to you, fine. If not, you can keep the toe on the floor. There's still full weight in that inside leg. Yeah. Now here, if it's available to you, you can bring that knee out to the side, nice and slowly, right? So tummy's tucked in, glutes are squeezing, nice, tall, strong standing leg, and then bring it back in and release. How was that? Shake it out. Good. Now, same thing, but the option will be maybe experiment with letting go of the chair. Yeah, good. Let's try that one more time. So stand up tall, engage this kneecap, and again, either toe or lifting the knee. Nice tall spine. And see if maybe both hands go on the hips. Again, just play around with all of this. If it's available to you, maybe you take that right knee out to the side, that outside knee out to the side. And balance. And breathe. Don't stop breathing. These challenges, yeah, they tend to stop the breath. No, no, no. And then bring the knee back forward, controlled, and release it down. Oh boy. How was that? All right. Okay, so how are we feeling? Good. All right, we're gonna do one more here. So this outside leg now, we're gonna step it back, step on the ball. So coming into a lunge. Soft bend in this front knee. Yeah, start there. Good. And then if you can, reach the outside arm up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, just soften that back foot, the heel closer to the floor. Just stretching our front hip flexors. Yeah, just go to where you can. Now here's a little bit of a challenge. On an inhale breath, as you drop your arm, you're gonna step your foot next to the other. Just touch the toe. You got that? So as the arm comes down, the leg comes forward. Let's try that again. Send the leg back. Reach one arm up. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, try both arms up. Good. That's breath in. Exhale, just sink a little deeper. And now here we go. On an inhale breath, as you drop your arms, tap your foot next to the other. Yeah, and release. So that dropping of the arms helps the momentum of bringing this leg forward. Okay. And we're gonna do that one more time. So we're gonna send that, come back into our lunge, relax. Good. And now options are to hold on to the chair and tap in. Options are one arm or both arms up. And the third option is now instead of tapping in, as you come forward, you lift that knee in front of you instead of tapping it. Want to try it? Okay. Take a breath in, exhale it out. And on an inhale breath, as the arms drop, lift the knee instead of tapping. and release. Wasn't that fun? So much fun. Let's do it one more time. You choose. So you can either stay back here with one arm, tap in, both arms, tap in, or you can lift knee when you come forward. All right, so find your lunge. Decide on your arms. Good. And now on an inhale breath, either tap in or lift that knee and pause. That pause is important. And release. Ha, and relax. Shake it out. Nice work, everybody. So we're gonna go do that nice little dance on the other side here. So coming to the other side of your chair, so you have that handy. Good. We're just gonna do that same thing, same balance with the knee, right? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna either bend knee here, yeah, or lift outside knee. Pay attention to what's going on in this standing leg. It's holding up all of your weight. So you want that butt, you just squeeze your butt muscle there. Yeah, good. So either on the floor, toe, or lifted. Good. And you can take, if you can, that outside knee, the left one out to the side. Try to keep the body upright. Try not to lean. And then come back forward and release. See how that felt. Yeah, good. All right. So let's just do the other, a little bit, another version. You can have hands on your hips. Yes. So get set up. Again, either touch the toe, and if you touch the toe, you can just put this knee out to the side, kind of like what we do tree pose. So either toe or lift the knee. All right, and then experiment with maybe having hands on hips. Again, tall spine, you can always touch down. Yeah, notice if this side's more challenging. And if it's available to you, slowly take that knee out just to where you can, right out to the side. Balance, know that, feel all that little, the wobbling a little bit, and then knee back forward and release. This really strengthens these hip flexors too. Yeah, they tend to get lazy, especially with all the sitting we do. All right, and then one more time, and if you want to try with hands on your shoulders, that's an option. Yeah, so shifting the weight. One more time, bend the knee. Again, feel free if you're getting fatigued, just keep the toe on the floor. That's still a huge balance challenge. You want to toe on the floor or lift the knee. And see if hands on shoulders feels better. Yeah. And take the knee out to the side slowly. Like a stork balancing on one leg. They do that all day long. Now bring the leg back in and release. Though their legs are a lot skinnier, so they weigh a lot less. Shake it out. Good. All right, and then we'll just simply go to our lunge series here. So taking that outside leg back. So being aware, you can either look back if you don't have a way to see yourself, and make sure that that back heel is straight back, not caved in here. Yeah, just to where it's comfortable. Soft bend in this front knee. Good. You can start with holding on, bringing the right arm, the outside arm up. Good. A nice big breath in. Exhale it out. And on an inhale breath, drop the arm and tap the foot next to the other. Good. And relax. Send that leg back to your lunge. Check in with that foot. Good. And now this time, arm up. Maybe if it was feeling uncomfortable for you, maybe you try both arms up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, drop your arms and tap the foot in. Good. And release. Good. All right. Let's send that leg back. And now again, same option, or if you want to, let's try instead of the tap, lifting the knee forward as you come forward. So either one arm up, you can try it with that. So we'll do it one more time, or both arms up. Yeah, good. Take a breath in, exhale it out. On an inhale breath, as you drop your arms, lift your knee. pause, and release. Good. Now if you had it with tried that with one hand, you can try it with both. Last one here, back, nice tall spine, good. And then lifting one arm, maybe, both arms, maybe. Maybe you tap in, maybe you lift the knee. Take a breath in, exhale it out. On an inhale breath, drop your arms and lift your knee. Pause, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice work, everybody. Ooh, shake it out. It is time to find our seat. All right, so let's walk back to the front of our chair and make a nice controlled landing if you can. It's very helpful to start with sending your hips back. That engages all of these big muscles to help you avoid just plopping down on your chair. And so each exhale breath, see if you can send it back a little more, go down a little more. Yeah, press into your toes, use your feet. And then finally grabbing onto the front of your chair if you need. Try not to press too much into the chair. Try to let the legs bring your hips down. Yeah, good, good practice. Good, we've landed, nice. All right, so let's scoot to the front of our chair again. Yeah, good. And take a nice big breath in. And on an exhale breath, slide your hands forward and just drop your head. Keep the head down. And then just rock your head side to side. Loosen up the neck. Good. And then press into your feet slowly. Bring your body back up. Good. Again, we're going to come to a wide leg stance. Good. All right. So like we did when we were sitting before. That nice tall spine. So as if there's a string on your heart and somebody's pulling that string up. Good. You can hold on to your legs, your knees. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly start with your belly. Slide your belly forward, then your chest. And then maybe look down towards the floor about 6 feet in front of you. Yeah. Good. And then again, let's just do some circles, opening up those hips. Inhale, one side and up. Exhale to the other side, forward. So feeling that shift from one hip bone to the next. And maybe you now can do a little bit bigger circles. We sort of are warmed up a little bit. And the next time that you come forward, pause. All right, we're going to bring our elbows one at a time, one onto your thigh and one onto the other thigh. Your hands are just hanging between your legs. Good. And take a breath in, and as you exhale, see if you can press your elbows into your thighs and widen your thighs out a little more till you feel a good stretch. If you feel any of this in your low back, lift your belly up towards your back. Yeah, that's engaging that core, stabilizing you. And breathe here. Yeah, just opening up those hips. Good. And then relax the hands. Bring one hand onto your thigh and the other hand onto your thigh. Good. Press down into your feet, press down into your hands to bring your body back up. Good. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, glide your belly forward. Now, if you remember which way you went before, we're going to make a couple circles the opposite direction. Yeah. And if it ends up being the same direction, that's okay. You'll probably recognize that, wait, this feels familiar. Just reverse that. And the next time that you come forward, pause, press down into your feet and slowly bring your body back up. Good. And then toe heel your feet back to hip distance apart. And finally, let's just do a nice little forward stretch for our spine here. So taking your hands, reaching them back. If there's something there that you can grab onto the back of the chair, the frame. Yeah, just hold on to something back there. Take a nice big breath in, stretch your shoulders back, lift your chin, open your chest. And then as you exhale, just let the upper body weight just drop forward. So you're holding on, arms are straight, and just drop the head, let the head relax forward. Yeah, to just wherever it feels like nice stretch. So stretching from the back of your skull down your neck, down your back, all the way to your tailbone. And breathe. And good. And then press down into your feet and slowly bring the head back up, the body back up. And release and relax. Nice, beautiful work, everybody. Let's get ready for final relaxation here. So, most important pose, right? Other than breath, then we relax. And that's where we get the right brain, right? The parasympathetic nervous system. So making sure that you feel supported in your back, flip your palms up on your lap. Yes, you can lay down too. If you lay down in Shavasana, just have your hands. And we're going to close our eyes. And now we're going to practice that left nostril breathing, but we're not going to use our hands. We're just going to bring our awareness to the left nostril. Do the same breath. We're going to breathe in. Pause the breath at the top and breathe out. And pause. So simply bringing your awareness to the breath going in the left nostril, breathing in. Pausing the breath. Breathing out longer and pausing. Do 2 more at your own pace. A simple awareness of the left nostril. And we'll open up that nadi, that right side brain. On your next exhale breath, just relax the breath now. Relax the body. And take a breath in, gentle breath in. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders relax, the arms, the hands. Feel your heart soften. Feel your hips heavy. Feel your legs relax. And your feet. And your toes. Bring a little smile to your face. Whole bodies relaxed now. Whole bodies relaxed. Bring your awareness to any thoughts coming and going. And just allow them to float in and float out. Not stopping, not getting attached to any of the thoughts. And if the mind is busy, you get attached to a thought, simply bring your awareness to the breath going into the left nostril and out. Let go of all of your your efforts. With each gentle exhale breath, just relax a little more and a little more. Let go of all of your efforts. Bring your awareness to how you feel. Notice if there's any difference than how you felt when you started. And feel free to remain here as long as you'd like. Should you choose to come back now into this space and time, slowly, gently begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Ever so lovingly wake yourself up slowly. You can move your body, you can sway side to side, still keeping the eyes closed. And then coming back to center, gently bring your hands into prayer position. Rest your thumbs onto your heart. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, bow your forehead to your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. We'll close practice today with this. When you know you are here to give something to the world, you will always be in happiness. Nobody can take away your happiness. You are here to give something to the world. When you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace, gently begin to flutter the eyes open as you lift your head. So nice seeing all of you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste. Good.